Hello, my friend. My name is Jeff, and I'm so excited to share with you a few introductory lessons of Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is a science from the East that has changed my life. It has allowed me to take responsibility for my health. It's allowed me to live with more joy and a deeper sense of inner connection to my life, which I wouldn't trade for anything. So my story with Ayurveda started 4 years ago. I went to train in yoga in Rishikesh, India, and I met an amazing Ayurvedic doctor. His name is Dr. Harsh. And through the years, I've been back to visit Dr. Harsh, doing small lessons with him, learning the fundamentals of Ayurveda, all while practicing it in my daily life. I've also studied with two other amazing teachers, another one in Rishikesh who's been a part of a long lineage of Ayurvedic doctors, and a dear friend of mine, an Ayurvedic teacher who is a student of none other than Dr. Vasant Lad, who is very much responsible for bringing Ayurveda to the West as we know it now. So when I was growing up, I used to be incredibly overweight. I used to weigh 280 pounds. That's about 130 kilos. And I was completely disconnected with my body and with my sense of health. Now, luckily, I was able to lose weight and transform my outer world, but I still felt like I was missing a sense of well being and joy. So, searching for that, I eventually found yoga. And finally, I found Ayurveda, which is the actionable principles, the lifestyle, if you will, of living a life that creates balance. So, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Ayurveda to whet your appetite, and there will be several videos going further in detail about different practices you can do with Ayurveda. So first of all, Ayurveda is a Sanskrit word, and it means life science or the wisdom of living. What does that mean? It means knowing myself well enough to know what I need to do in order to thrive. So we work with the experience, our individual experience of life, and how we interact with the world outside of us to aid our way of being in a way that creates more balance. So in this model, what we do is we look for the natural state. Really, what is that? It's a state of health, happiness, and an inner sense of well-being. What's amazing is that this is natural to us. In other words, if we let society and other things run the show, then it could create a disease. It could create a sense of dis-ease over time in the body and disease. However, if we eliminate those things that are creating dis-ease and leave ourselves to our natural state, our body will be healthy, our mind will be happy, and we will feel and live with a sense of well-being. Another very important topic in Ayurveda is balance. What is balance? Well, it's the idea of I need to balance myself with the world outside. I need to know myself well enough in order to experience what's happening outside of me and know what I need to do to work towards balance. The idea here is that there is no fixed place that is balance. Balance is a dance. Balance is something that we move with the outside environment and our inside environment. And it requires us to be present with our experience moment to moment. That's how we're able to make the adjustments necessary to stay in balance and to live with balance. Ayurveda is a medicine and a science from the East. It is very different from the West. So if you ever heard of Hippocrates say, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food," well, he was absolutely referring to Ayurvedic principles. Because the truth is, if we are to be well, we need to treat ourselves well and live well. The issue I have with our Western medical system is so often we are given a prescription or a treatment that only masks the symptom. In other words, it doesn't go to the root of what's creating the disease. And so what happens is when we mask the system, we might feel okay, but what's causing that illness in the body is still happening. So That could be a type of behavior, or it could be a type of food in our diet. We don't know until we explore our inner experience. And then with wisdom, with Ayurveda, we're able to treat that and correct that so we can live in alignment. Basically, what we want to do is we want to create ease in our life, good space, space where life can flourish. So we're all beings here with life flowing out of us, and we want to create the best container possible for that life and for our expression of life to move through us. So a lot of what Ayurveda is creating rituals in order to facilitate that life. There's 4 types of life according to Ayurveda. There's a good life, beneficial, non-beneficial, so helping my life or harming my life. There's happy life that brings joy to me, and then there's life that brings dissatisfaction and unhappiness to me. So I think you can imagine we all want to live a happy, beneficial life, and Ayurveda gets us in touch with that so that we can create that for ourselves. This process is known as dinacharya. Dinacharya is a very special practice known to Ayurveda of the daily routine, the habits that we have throughout our day, done consistently, that provide health to us, that sustain health within us from the root, from our very core, healthy, well. It feels so good, you guys. I want you to understand that there's a big difference between looking healthy from the outside and being healthy from the inside. Huge difference. And you know it. You know it when you feel healthy from the inside. Your body is sending all the right messages. So odds are, if you are unhealthy, you've been doing something consistently that has created a space in your body of disease, of something that is not right. It is out of balance. What is out of balance consistently eventually needs to be seen. It needs to change in a way that we take our awareness to it and then we change something. So a lot of time, big diseases like cancer manifest because we haven't been paying attention to our body for such a long time until it's too late. We have cancer. So dinacharya is about living and creating that sense of ease consistently so that we are living in a way that is well, in a way that is good. And I keep bringing you back to that word consistency, because odds are you are where you are now because you've been doing a certain set of things consistently. Now, I don't know, maybe you've been doing great. Maybe you've got a few habits that are hurting you, that are taking away goodness from your life, and you want to bring goodness in. So you would change those for habits that bring goodness, that connect you. How do you do that? Well, you've got to start to understand your nature. So we are composed of the 5 great elements. We are earth, we are water, we are fire, we are air, and we are ether. In Ayurveda, I'll teach you much more about this in an upcoming course. Ayurveda is all about the elements. It's all about the elements and the qualities of the elements. In fact, that's the biggest thing that we need to understand and be aware of to stay in balance. What element or what qualities do I need to feel in balance? What am I currently feeling, and how can that bring me back to balance? So you can pause this and read about these. And the truth is, we are all the elements. We are nature. It is in our body and it is in our mind. So Ayurveda works at our body, mind, and spiritual level to be a great container for spiritual development, for really absorbing all that life has to give us. So the other thing to understand, and this goes right with the elements, is the gunas, the 20 gunas. It's like yin and yang, all the different ways we describe life. We have the 20 gunas to do that. And finally, you've probably heard about this, and I will talk more about it later, the 3 doshas, kapha, pitta, and vata dosha. Based on the elements, they are there to help us understand where we are out of balance. And everybody is a unique combination of the elements, and therefore a unique constitution of the doshas. So when you understand your dosha constitution and you understand the qualities and the elemental qualities of that dosha, you're able to know what's natural for you and able to act accordingly in order to create more of that nature. And that is the wisdom of Ayurveda. So it's all about the gunas, all about the elements. And finally, knowing the doshas and how they show up in our life. Look, this could be a ton of information for you, which is why I've created a 25-hour course on it. If you want more information, continue watching these videos, sign up in the link below. It is going to really expand your knowledge about Ayurveda because these things take lots of time and lots of practice. And this is just an introduction. I've dumped all the information on you that could be expanded upon and practiced in a 25-hour course. And so it's your job to dig further if you're interested. What you can do right now, though, is to connect to your heart and create an oxytocin boost. Oxytocin is the neurochemical that allows us to feel love, and it allows us to be open and receptive to the world around us. It helps us connect, and it helps us change in a way that we can reach our nature if we've been resisting change. So oxytocin is great for helping us facilitate change and staying in a good rhythm with nature. So take a deep breath with me. In fact, take 3 deep breaths with me. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And just place your left hand on your heart, and your right hand on your left. Have a gentle smile and appreciate this, that there's this wisdom in me and in you that knows what balance is. And all I've got to do, all you have to do, is bring it more to the front, to listen to that wisdom. It's just like this. Your heart beats. Your heart's been beating since the time you were in the womb. Before you were born, your heart's been beating. You never had to ask your heart to beat. You never had to tell your heart to beat, how fast to beat, how slow to beat. And yet it beats. It just knows. The body knows. The body knows what it needs to do to be well. And so I would say be grateful for your heart that keeps you alive, your heart that's probably beaten almost 1,000 times in this video, your heart that allows you to feel love and gratitude. Do your heart a favor, help it out. Live a lifestyle that supports a healthy heart, a good heart, beneficial lifestyle, happy lifestyle. Your heart wants it. Make the job your heart has to do of keeping you alive every day easy and effortless. And you can do that with the practice of Ayurveda. With a big breath of gratitude in, and clearing breath out. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you were able to digest all that information I shared with you. You can watch this as many times as you want. And if you're interested, well, I've got more details for you. There's a course coming. Lots of love. Thanks.
Namaste, my friend. Happy Jack here. I trust you enjoyed this video. Have you ever considered getting certified as a yoga teacher? I've created a free training video that explains the 5 most important factors when you're choosing a yoga school to study with. Now, if you're already a yoga teacher or you're curious about becoming one, you're gonna love this. To get access to the free training, just click the link in the description below. Namaste.